after all that mean stuff I said to Michael.
Which one?
I should. I'll have to search for it by the name. There we go.
He's one of the most kind, trusting,
hopefully you can hear it so loud as I can get it.
Warm people I've ever met in my entire life. I live in Michigan and she in Chicago, and we were trying to get a way to get out to Portland the cheapest as possible. So we needed to either fly out of Grand Rapids, which is kind of close to where we are, which would be way more expensive, or fly out of Chicago, which would be way cheaper. So I was looking at Geekly's in Chicago and kind of asking around, like, hey, how can we solve this problem? Because we don't want to park at the airport, because that's going to cost us an assload of money, and we're not super rich right now. And not only did Mollie give suggestions, she went above and beyond, saying, here's my Metro Pass, here's where you park, here's the street, park right next to my house, everything will be fine, and then when you get back from Portland, when it's because we were going to get back, our plane was going to land like at 2 in the morning. She's like, I'll pick you up from the airport and I'll drive and you just sleep at my house and take off in the morning. It's like, I've had like 4 conversations with you. And like, this is the furthest and most beyond anyone has ever gone for me. Like, even people I know are like, fuck it, 2 in the morning picking you up, really, bitch? Like on the ball. Like, offering shit I would never have the guts to ask for. And it was just, it was one of those moments that's like, this is why I love this entire community, is people like Mollie.
Mollie is an amazing person. It's hard to put into words. Like, she's just like so happy and like little and cute. A little cute, happy person. No, she's amazing. She's like really friendly, and she always has kind words to say to everybody. And yeah, she's one of my favorite people.
I think Mollie is kind of a beacon of shining light in the darkest night. I think she is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. She is one of those people that's constantly concerned that everybody else is enjoying themselves around her, which is something that says a lot for the quality of her character.
Because Mollie is legitimately one of the best people I know. I have known Mollie for about 3 years now. I first met Mollie at GeeklyCon 2014. It was me, Ash Shadowbrook, and Nika Howard all sleeping on like Ash's floor on air mattresses for like a couple days before everybody else showed up. And I don't like. I think you would be hard pressed to find anybody who doesn't think that Mollie is like the best person. Like, just one of the nicest people I've ever met. I always enjoy talking to her. She is funny and interesting, and we just have a really good time together, and I greatly value our friendship.
Oh, wow. My initial thought is I wish I knew her better, because I've had very limited interaction with Mollie. A little bit here and there on Twitter. She's always been great. We're in a Google Hangout together that she's generally pleasant in. The first time I think I met her in person where I really remember was at GeeklyCon. She was in... Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't mix that up. And I think she might have been in Louisville, but when Louisville was my first one. Yeah, Louisville was my first one, and I went with a buddy that I knew from Kentucky, and I pretty much only hung out with him and some tertiary other people because I was a little uncomfortable. I was really new to the community. So actually in Portland, I got to spend more time away by myself. I branched out, and she was definitely one of the people that I spent some time hanging out with, and she was great. I mean, one of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Laughed at all my jokes, which I'm always appreciative of. You know, a sympathy laugh goes a long way. So, no, she's wonderful, and it's one of those things. The great thing about this community, which you touched on, is we have friends, you know, all over the place that we can get instant access to through the internet or whatever. But one of the downside to that is you have these people that you'd like to be able to spend more time with.
I like Mollie a lot. So Mollie was the first person that I really interacted with at GeeklyCon original, GeeklyCon OG. And we kind of walked in and we were late, but late in the spirit of the event. So everyone was already in the gaming cafe playing games, and we walked in and it was like, hey, everybody. And so Jess and I came in, and Mollie was like, hey, how are you guys? In her cute accent. And we were like, we're good. Do you want to play a game? And she just was like, yep, let's do it. And then we played Takenoko, which is a fantastic board game. Mollie is, one of the 3 or 4 people that I've spent the most time with among our internet friends. And she's, I have nothing bad to say about Mollie. She's been very kind to me. She has picked me up from the airport as well. She donated her time to me, and I like Mollie a lot.
I think she's awesome. She's absolutely hilarious. She's really kind-hearted, which is... It's odd to see in this society somebody that actually, is that nice. I've never... Well, she has, she can make sort of mean, but they're always in jest. So, I like Mollie a lot. She's a fantastic person.
So that was some of our friends, their thoughts. Mollie, you are the nicest person I've ever been with, and even when I'm angry, you just always know how to make me calm down and just make all those problems wash away. It's been such a pleasure to have been able to date you now for 15-ish months, depending on if you count internet dating as dating. So I wanted to ask you one more question, if I could. Mollie, Kimberly, McBreen, would you do the honor of letting me marry you?